What if the story you thought you knew was only half the truth? What if Snow White wasn't just a damsel in distress, but the key to something much bigger? Disney's live-action Snow White is here, and trust me, it's not just another remake. It's a bold reimagining that's stirring up conversations everywhere. Some love it, some hate it, but one thing's for sure, it's making waves. So let's break down everything. The story, the changes, the performances, and whether this new take on the beloved fairy tale is worth watching. Stay with me, because this is going to be one wild ride. Disney's live-action Snow White takes us back to the timeless tale, but with a fresh twist. While the original 1937 animated classic gave us the innocent princess, the evil queen, and the charming prince, this version expands on the story, adding depth to its characters, updating themes, and modernizing the message for a new generation. In this adaptation, Snow White, played by Rachel Zegler, isn't just a passive princess waiting for a prince to save her. She's independent, determined, and has her own dreams beyond the castle wall. Meanwhile, the evil queen Gal Gadot is more than just a jealous stepmother. She's a powerful ruler with a tragic backstory that fuels her obsession with beauty and control. The film opens with stunning visuals, forests draped in mist, a grand yet cold castle, and a kingdom on the edge of transformation. Snow White, an orphan princess, grows up under the harsh rule of the queen, unaware of her true potential. But everything changes when she discovers a secret about her past, one that sets her on a journey of self-discovery, rebellion, and magic. The movie begins with young Snow White in the castle, treated more like a servant than a royal. Unlike the animated film, she questions her place in the kingdom, dreaming of something more than just being pretty and polite. The queen, aware of Snow White's beauty, grows increasingly paranoid that the princess might outshine her one day. We get an expanded look at the queen's motivations. She wasn't always this cruel. Her obsession with beauty stems from a childhood where she was overlooked and cast aside. Now, with her enchanted mirror whispering dark thoughts in her ear, she will do anything to remain the fairest of them all when the queen finally orders Snow White's death. The huntsman, this time given more depth as a reluctant pawn in the queen's plans, takes pity on her and allows her to escape into the enchanted forest. But this is no ordinary forest. Unlike the classic version where Snow White stumbles upon the dwarfs almost immediately, this film expands her journey, introducing magical creatures, dark secrets, and hidden dangers. Snow White learns to fend for herself, discovering hidden abilities and forming alliances. The seven dwarfs, now given unique backstories and individual personalities, become her unlikely mentors, teaching her survival skills and the true meaning of leadership. Each dwarf represents a different lesson she must learn before she can reclaim her kingdom. Meanwhile, the queen, furious at Snow White's escape, seeks an even darker power. She consults forbidden magic, and in a chilling transformation scene, she becomes something even more terrifying than before. Instead of the classic ending where a prince swoops in to save the day, this version gives Snow White the agency to fight back. When she learns the queen is planning to drain the kingdom's magic for herself, she leads an uprising with the dwarfs and other allies she's made along the way. The final battle is nothing short of epic. The queen, wielding dark sorcery, confronts Snow White, who has embraced her own hidden strengths. The poisoned apple still plays a role, but this time it's not just about putting Snow White to sleep, it's part of a much bigger scheme. Without giving too many spoilers, let's just say this ending is far more than a happily ever after. It's bittersweet, powerful, and leaves us with a message about inner strength, self-worth, and the true meaning of beauty. Redefining beauty, the film challenges the old fairy tale notion that beauty is the most important thing. Snow White's journey is about self-discovery, not just external appearance. Power vs. fear, the queen's rule is based on fear, while Snow White learns that true power comes from compassion and courage. Modern fairy tale, classic heart. While the story takes a modern approach, it still keeps the heart of the original tale. Good vs. evil, magic, and believing in oneself. So is Disney's Snow White a hit or a miss? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. If you're expecting a frame-by-frame remake of the 1937 classic, this might not be for you. The film takes risks, updates themes, and gives characters more depth, especially Snow White and the Queen. Rachel Zegler brings a fresh, strong-willed take on Snow White, while Gal Gadot delivers a performance that is both haunting and captivating. Visually, the film is stunning. The CGI, the costumes, the enchanted forest, it all feels like stepping into a beautifully painted storybook. The music, a mix of classic tunes and new compositions, adds to the emotional weight of the film. But not everyone will love the changes. Some might find the updates unnecessary or too different from the original magic of Disney's first princess. However, if you're open to a fresh take on a beloved tale, Snow White is worth the watch. Alright, Disney fans, that's a wrap on our Snow White breakdown and review. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this modern take was a good idea, or should Disney have stuck to the original? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more epic movie breakdowns, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay enchanted, stay curious, and keep exploring the magic of cinema.